Alright, I'm back. So, yeah, thought I'd restart. There was not a lot of people chatting, so see if anybody shows up this time. I was talking about my current ideas on how things could be better with the economy and all that. Because it clearly sucks right now. You know, it's just yeah, I don't know. It's just I really can't stand the state, and it's just yeah, it's just there to be oppressive and coercive. It's like people have kind of been woke up over the last few years about how, you know, how oppressive the state can really be. All these countries that locks their people in their homes over something that's for the vast majority of people really isn't that severe. So so yeah, it's just we all need to just kind of try to come together and start something new. And I think that we're all going to have to start. I think we all need to start small businesses, independent businesses, that we're all kind of all of our own entrepreneurs doing trades with each other, kind of thing. You know, so if everybody that does a service and they could all, you know, promote it to each other, and we're all doing kind of trades, and it's none of it's the thing is, it's you know, you could argue, well, it's not legal, blah blah blah. It's well, who cares? It's not. The argument is it's not immoral. It's we shouldn't. The thing is, it's right. A lot of this money that people are paying to is not moral. They're literally funding corruption. So how is that moral? But yet the people who, you know, do odd jobs and they don't pay tax, apparently that is, you know, wrong or something. But I don't agree with that. I mean, we didn't consent to it. It's I would be fine if the money actually went to something good, but a lot of the time it doesn't. So yeah. So the idea is that we would just be freely trading and not have all these restrictions on us imposed by a government that's just there to protect the big corporations. So yeah, I don't know, I think just more people need to start their own small independent businesses and just kind of start trading freely, and over time then that becomes the norm, and then it kind of just then, you know, corporations and the state will not have as much power over your everyday people. So I have nothing wrong with people becoming rich and becoming successful. I have a problem when it's coercive and when people are doing immoral things. So yeah, make sure you like the live, guys. You know, there's just too much, you know, corruption. Well, any amount of corruption's too much, but But yeah, it's just all the greedy billionaires and all that. And so I agree with, like, you know, the left on that. It's like they are greedy. You got people like Elon Musk, got almost half a trillion to his name, and it's like these people could literally like end world, you know, like hunger and all that. But the thing is, right, I don't know, we might need to do something quite radical. Maybe we'll end up having to like actually stop using all this technology, because if we keep using their devices, then they end up losing customers. So how are they going to make money if they don't have customers? Because then, yeah, like because if they stop making profits, all their shareholders, they're going to bail out, and then they have nothing, because they're relying a lot on shareholders and stock, you know, the people who invest in the stock market, S&P 500 and things like that. Because if there's a market decline and they're not making as much money, the shareholders pull out, then they're pretty much just kind of like screwed. So if we want to try to like sort of actually do anything good, then it might mean that we have to stop relying so much on technology, like the internet and things like that, because we keep on making these companies more and more money, and I don't know what we would do really, but it's just a lot of people are just too kind of like, I guess, they become reliant on technology like I am right now. I'm on here, you know, talking about all this stuff. You could say, well, I'm a hypocrite, but I'm like, but it's like we need to use it as a way of like bringing people together so that we can like actually go against it all. I mean, I don't know if it's like because the technology has actually made things worse, like with the, you know, like with the, you know, the gap in wealth and all that, and but it's up to us as individuals to actually, you know, make a difference. It's like, do we need all this stuff? Maybe we should be going back to good old-fashioned communication, you know? Otherwise, it's just going to continue to get worse with the inequality of wealth and all that, until it gets to a point where, I know, where everybody has an infinite amount of resources, but then when is that ever going to be the case? So I don't know, how is everybody doing today anyway? So I think the only solution is that we stop like paying into the system, we stop supporting greed, and yeah. But then again, I'm doing it right now just by being on here. Every time I get a donation, YouTube's going to be taking a cut from that. Remember, Google owns YouTube, so yeah. So I don't know. It's just if people want to actually see radical change, it's going to take radical action. You know, like it's going to take completely just like abstaining from all technology, pretty much, because all these big corporations, they pretty much own tech companies. Amazon, Google, Apple, Meta, you know, you name it, you know, like they're all hello Lemon. I'm just talking to the camera, not anyone in particular. I'm just talking about how we would actually solve all the you know, problems in the world, basically, with the economy and all that. It's just yeah, it would require radical, sort of changes to people's lifestyles. Like I said, they'd have to like stop using anything to do with like big corporations, stop buying all the food from them, stop buying their technology, stop using the technology, because they're basically advertising to people. And if people stop buying the stuff from these companies, a lot of these companies are going to end up going bust. Guess what? They have no one really to advertise to them, and it's like, and I don't know, it's just basically, hopefully this makes sense. But the more people that use the technology, the more that big corporations are able to monopolize. Like, you're feeding it. But I kind of accept that, but it's like, at some point, things might really have to change if we really want to, I don't know. I mean, people going about the benefits of the internet and all that, but, is it actually a bigger harm? I mean, it's actually, just from like an economic sort of thing, it's like, I don't know. You could argue what creates jobs and all that, but actually, it actually kills off a lot of jobs as well. So I don't know. It's just I don't know. But like I said, I think the best thing to do is that we all kind of do counter economics, which might sound really quite extreme, but you've got to do what you've got to do. Like, if you really want to see change, then it's going to, require radical solutions. It's as simple as that. But most people aren't willing to do that, so maybe it's time to stop complaining and I guess just accept it for what it is, because just try to make the most of your situation, make the most of the shitty economy, whatever. And I mean, you could actually possibly even move to a different country where you can actually better leverage your dollar or pound, whatever. That makes a lot more, purchasing power over in some of these other countries. So that's a solution for some people, that if you want to actually make a good living for yourself, stop thinking so much about how much money can I make, but how far can I make that money go? Like, how can I make my money, go further? I mean, it's not for everybody, but it's a solution that some people might be willing to make, I don't know, but yeah. What's going on? There's like hardly anybody here, so yeah, I'll probably just like get off in a minute, but I don't know. Just like I said, it's we need to start becoming more responsible for our lives, and we need to actually just I guess stop pointing fingers at people, and because it's like I said, we're being oppressed and all that, but unless we're actually gonna do radical things, then we've just got to accept it for what it is. Otherwise, just shut up, because it's not helping anybody. Complaining, it doesn't really help, does it? Let's face it. All you're doing is, you keep complaining about your situation, all you're doing is just perpetuating it. Complaining just is like whatever you focus your mind on, and that's just gonna keep that going, and I've been, you know, guilty of that a lot, and trying to just stay positive, but it can be difficult sometimes, I know, but it's just you've got to try and see the light at the end of the tunnel, and that all your hard work will pay out. All right. I'll just stop. Actually, I'll just stop the live now, I think.